What's up, guys? So, not too long ago, I made a video about the vaccine. Lots of people commented, got some feedback, and you know, I think it's a showing of strength and humility when you're willing to kind of go back on what you said if things change in your mind and talk about it. So, I'm not gonna say everything in that video like I don't believe in, because I do. But I need to be more clear about where I was coming from. I think I was a little bit, we all make mistakes. I think my mistake was coming out with that video before I had fully developed, how would I say this? I guess there's nothing I could really do to kind of change that, because like the real intuition and understanding of what I meant came later. So basically, my thing with the vaccine, and I was talking to my friend Agnia, and she was telling me about human design, right? And we were talking about kind of how different people will have different reactions to substances in general. And she was talking about my specific human design. She was like, it's not a surprise that you are not really afraid of having it, or that you don't have that deep feeling towards it. Based on my human design, which I know nothing about. And the more I've thought about that, slash talk to other people who've gotten the vaccine, just kind of, this is something I do, and I hope I do, because I preach the thing about intellectual curiosity, intellectual flexibility. Like, if I say something, I'm always open to being wrong, because I don't cling to that idea and that opinion like that's me, that's my intelligence, that's my honor. So, in no way do I want to fucking take a vaccine. Fuck that shit. I've never been someone that's been into taking shit, like, especially, like, of course, like, I'm not gonna, there's no part of me that feels excited to do that. I guess where I was coming from was more that I have less of a fear for myself. So I was feeling into my own energy when it comes to the vaccine, because I have no doubt, and knock on wood, that if I, Jesse Innocent, took the vaccine, that I'd be fine. Maybe it wouldn't be Felix. Maybe it wouldn't be like perfection right away. But it's a dangerous thing to talk about, and part of me like regrets even making the video, but I feel like I have to like talk about these subjects even if they're difficult, right? So, I understand, I validate people's fears, and especially people's mistrust for the pharmaceutical companies making this and all the timing. Like, I get it. And I like, if it's like, would you be comfortable like with your own mom taking it or something? Fuck no, because I don't know how her body would react. And especially with older people, like, I don't know, so it is a scary thought. So in conclusion, I hope, I don't want to say that in that last video, at least my feeling now, I do have also mistrust in everything that's going on, and especially some of like the adverse reactions I've heard about after making that video. Like, I've kind of like had a lot of people come forward and tell me about, even a lady working in her building was like telling my girlfriend, like, don't take it, like, I feel like I'm gonna die. So it's intense, and I think that we all kind of have intuitions of how we'd handle something like that. So yeah, lots of uncertainty, and I guess the main point I have from that video that I still will stick with, and I'm never gonna move away from, is the fact that I just believe in the divine plan. I believe in everything. I just made a post like, what is bad, what is negative, right? Like do we really know what's good for us? And it's just like this whole coronavirus thing. What if in 10 years we look back on it and it's like, this is what really made the human being of Earth move away from this deep ignorance of doing materiality and become more spiritual. Like, sometimes God just works in super mysterious ways, right? So that's kind of where I was coming from. But I get, and I'm learning that the way I see the world it's sometimes really hard to put that into words without getting a lot of scrutiny, because on the outside it just looks like, oh, this guy is misinformed, he, you know, blindly trusts these fucking stupid companies. But it's like, no, it's like, I just have this belief that things will work out in some way, and that we don't really know how all this is playing, you know. And back to kind of the vaccine, so that's like the thing I really do believe in, that there is some spiritual significance behind COVID, regardless of its origins. But when it comes to the vaccine, yeah, I don't fucking trust it. I really don't want to take it. But just being a leader and having this feeling, you know, I'm willing to sacrifice in some way, if that makes sense. That's kind of another place I was coming from, where I'm like, I'm willing to take it if that means like helping other people in some way, or if that means showing, you know, if that's also like, if that's what's gonna have to happen. Like, I hate it, you know. And like, I do believe that we're gonna figure this out as a collective in whatever way that means, because I just don't think people are gonna be willing to take something. This is another thing I said in that video. I don't really think people are gonna be willing to take something when there's more and more reports of it working terrible. We're in the very start of people taking it, right? We're already hearing lots of fucked up shit. I mean, I don't know. Like, I haven't studied this and really looked around. But of course, you know, I would not, personally for me, I would not, at this point, if they're like, right now, like, you have to take this if you want to go to a music festival, if you want to travel, right now, I'd say no. That's right now. But that's not when it's going to be asked for me. So that's another thing I was saying in the last, like, you see, I need to precise these things. I'm a Pisces, I'm Mercury Pisces. So a lot, like, I can be a little bit vague in my communication. And for these types of topics, like, you have to be accurate. But like, you know, the thing I'm thinking is like, I'm not going to want to travel until minimum July. You know, I have school, I have a dissertation to finish. So it's like, that's kind of what I mean. Is like, by then, I'm not going to want to go to a music festival until July also. So it's like, that's me thinking that when that time comes around, the world will be in a different place and we'll have a different view of like what this vaccine is all about. So I want to, you know, apologize if that video upset anyone, and say that I'm all ears. I'm an open-minded person. I appreciate the people who told me about their experience hearing, you know, I know one of my friends reached out and told me about how she, you know, knew about a nurse, or her friend is a nurse, and just told me about like all like the really difficult, fucked up shit her friend nurse was saying about people coming in and out of her clinic. And just, I don't want to spread the fear more than it already is, you know. And I can only believe what I hear, and I can only believe what I feel. And that's what I'm always going to do in these videos. I'm always going to be extremely honest. I'm always going to admit when I'm wrong. I'm going to always admit the parts of what I said. And if I do ever create something where I feel like, man, I want to rephrase that, or I would have done it differently, I'm always going to do that, regardless of what it might make me look like, or regardless, whatever. Because the only thing I care about is being honest. Because, you know, at one point, that might really fucking matter, you know? People might really fucking want to know, I can trust this guy. You know, I know that at least what he's saying is from a place of not just intuition and wisdom, but like research. And, you know, some things take time, and you change your mind, and your ideas kind of move on. So I hope this makes sense. Vaccine would be good. You know, I think it would be fine for me. I don't know what that means for everyone else in everyone's unique makeup. So yeah, sending love, sending good vibes, and I hope this finds people well and makes sense. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.